I was hoping to have a little bit of a different update this time around so I could kind of talk about my levels and what's changed numbers wise. Unfortunately, I forgot that I was supposed to go in a week before my visit to go get the blood work done. So that kind of sucks. That's my fault. The only thing that we really my appointment was on Thursday, so there really wasn't anything to go over other than like if symptoms have improved and that sort of thing, which I mean, I don't, it's hard to know what really was going on because I mean, from my first video, I think that those were kind of lumped in together with what was going on, but I don't believe that. I think all of that was symptoms of something else. Everything that I was experiencing at that moment, like when I would have these weird kind of health attacks, I think that those were subject to like, possibly like a vitamin deficiency. I don't really know. What I do know is that, yeah, I have started feeling a lot better. My mood has been, a little better as well. The only thing that's different, my sleep is still very, one day it'll be good, and the next day it won't be. Like, I'll kind of have days where sleep's great, and then another day I won't. I'm still not getting to sleep before like 3 in the morning, which I'm not sure why. I've tried to lay down and get rest, but it's just, it's not happening. So I really have to try. This week I'm going to really buckle down and try to see if I can shift that time to a much earlier, more reasonable time. Like, I don't mind staying up every now and then until 3 if I've got something to do. But man, I'm not getting the quality sleep that I need if I'm up that late. And I'm sleeping too. I mean, you add 8 hours of sleep to going to bed at 3, that means I'm waking up at 11 in the afternoon. And that's fine considering the work that I do, but I would rather, really want to change that time. So that's something that I really need to work on. And that's something that I spoke with him about, but there really wasn't much to go over because we didn't have the numbers to look at, because he wants to make sure that everything else is going well. Like, yes, the numbers are important. Like, their testosterone level is important to know where we're at, so he knows whether or not that it's not getting too high, which I can tell you right now, it's definitely not getting too high. But other levels, if it's being converted to, how much of it is being converted to estrogen, what's my free T levels, where are my lipids at? I mean, all of that very, very good information that we have to know. I can tell you that my symptoms are still, like I said, they're still kind of the same in regards to energy and things. Some days it's really good. Some days I feel like everything is kind of where I started at. And I know it's going to take a while for my body to adjust. And I do think that 200 every other, 100 milligrams every other week is way on the low side of things. That's even, that's low in comparison to, I would say, about 80% of the videos and all of the research that I've read, like from user experience and from like papers that I've read. Mostly what they do is it's every week. And so, that could even mean that I'm adjusting my frequency of that. I've never noticed that ounce before. It may mean that instead of doing 100 milligrams all bang at one time, maybe that could be spread out throughout the week into smaller little increments. A third of that, or but you're spreading out 100 milligrams over two weeks is like really kind of stretching. But again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just kind of going over what my protocol is, and I'm just going by what the doctor says. And this is what the doctor says right now. So I don't know. Do I feel as run down as I was in the past? Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, my injection was on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days, and I'm kind of already feeling not low, but and again, it's hard to know because, man, it's hot. It's 97 degrees right now. I've got the AC like not cranked up as high as it usually is because it would blast out the audio on the video. But yeah. Hopefully, I went and got my labs done again. When was that done? Yeah, yesterday. Got it done on Friday. Which kind of sucked because, I thought they were going to have to do a urinalysis, so my doctor's like 20 minutes away, or the lab that I get it done at is 20 minutes away, so I'm like waking up at 6 in the morning, skipping my usual routine. I like to drink a whole bunch of water right when I first wake up to get the body going. Can't do that. Can't take a leak. And then go to the lab. There's 2 other people in front of me. She checks my paperwork and she's like, well, I was going to send you to get a a urine sample, but it doesn't seem that we need it. And I'm like, oh, then I'm just going to go ahead and use your bathroom right now then. She kind of laughed. But it's like, yeah. So, got all that done. And next week on the 7th, they'll have everything. They'll have it to them before then. They're a super fast lab. They'll have it back to them, and I'll be able to see where we're at, and then I can give kind of a comparison on what my levels were before and doing 100 milligrams every other week. So, and this is without, I mean, I'll mention it whenever that time comes, but this is like without doing any, no cardio, no weightlifting, no sort of like working out. I'm just doing my regular everyday thing, which is not sedentary. I do get quite a lot of walking in due to the nature of my job, but like I'm not doing any extra strenuous activity. So the only thing that I'm doing right now is D3 daily, B12 daily, and for this week I was taking zinc, which I can probably get into that in another video as to why I'm taking 50 milligrams of zinc. But that's only for the week. All the other ones are fine. Zinc's just for this week, and then I'll discontinue for a little while. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Sort of short and sweet. I don't know how long that's been, like 10, 12 minutes, but hopefully I'll remember. I definitely will. Who am I kidding? On the 7th, after I get my lab results in, I'll go over the results and kind of compare where they were before and where they are now. So yeah, you gotta cut that corner close, eh? Dream wise, you know, this week I haven't noticed too much of my dream recall hasn't been that great, but still I am sleeping through the night. Like, I don't wake up 10 times throughout the night for no reason at all. Like, if I do wake up, it's to go to the bathroom, but that's normal. That rarely even happens. But I'm not waking up for no reason at all like I was before, so that's good. That leads me to think that, you know, my sleep is getting better, even if sometimes I'm not getting into REM sleep. So, still keeping track of that, because I think that there is a link between our dreams and testosterone levels. Still something that I wish someone would do a report on, like even a poll. Like maybe that's something that I'll see if I can find I'm sure there's a Reddit community of people that are on testosterone that would be willing to do a little poll Reddit, people love doing polls. So maybe that's a plan. All right. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call it quits because now I'm on the interstate and I've got to drive.